All right, so my name is Hinman and Swan and Sina, so we're group ConceptConnect. So in design research, one of the most interesting research topic right now is how to make designers come up with more creative ideas. And based on both theoretical understanding and the empirical results, it's been shown that associative thinking, use of associative thinking is central to producing creative ideas. Just to give an example here, the design of that ramp on the aircraft carriers was actually inspired by an engineer, British engineer, who looked at how the water skiers use those kinds of ramps to create a jump while they're doing a water skiing. Now we want to use this type of thinking in a game. So our goal is to develop an app that helps users practice associative thinking. So for instance, when user A is given one pair of concepts, in this case it's a subway and newspaper, the user A first finds similarity between these two things. So for example, transport things are both periodic and they're used by people. And this information is sent to another user whose job is now to guess the second, one of the two concepts based on the similarities generated by the first user.
So this is the entire block diagram of our design. So say the game starts with player A, so he initiates a game, and he gets randomly he is randomly given a pair of concepts from the concept pool. Then he comes up with some similarities and sends it to player B. And player B sees one of the two images, and this is rendered by the app as well. So A doesn't know which one was hidden. And B sees one of the images and three similarities and starts to make guesses. And if he cannot come up with it, then he can try to ask help from player A again, and A will come up with more help and send it back to B again. So the data flows back and forth through a online database, which is using PHP and a web page. And upon completion, when B hits the answer, then the app will calculate the score, and the score will be given to both A and B.
All right, so one of the key learnings for the programmers of the group, aside from Android programming, was setting up the online database for getting the communication between devices. So our online database is what keeps track of the game log, users, concept pairs, and all the information. And basically the app, what it does is it reads and writes data onto the site. And this is facilitated through the use of the PHP scripts that we put in. So there was a lot of data manipulation to be able to properly get the games across both users. And lastly, for the apper, concept pair generation was it. And so what we would do different if we were to redo this would be to use SQL database to have a cleaner database and to test the program across multiple variants of devices, because this is going to be used on a wide variety of devices. So that's what we would focus on.
So future work, I guess, let's do that first. So,
Okay, sure.
So once that's mine, so I'm already registered as Hinman, so I could select one here as a friend I want to play with, so I can select go, and I'm given a two pair of concepts. So I'm gonna, the app asks me to list similarity between these two things, fire and speakers. Now I have an option to, if I say I don't like the pair, I'm given a different pair. So I could now list the similarities and send to the other person. Now one additional feature we made since the last presentation is create your own pair. So I can type, let's say, classroom, and I can take a picture. So I could take a picture of the classroom. And it's loaded on the app right there. And the second concept to be created, I just do it randomly. Oh, I have to take a picture. I'll take a picture. So now it's the pairs generated by the users. So hopefully this gives the user more flexibility and freedom to come up with these pairs. Okay. Well, okay. Well, but then there was one other feature we tried that. But I will show you how this thing could work. I'm just gonna. Enter a few things. We exchange ideas. So on. I sent this challenge to Juan. Okay? Yeah.
So this is screen I'm seeing on my side, so it's loading.
Just to show you now on here, if I refresh this, you can see the active game challenge from Juan.
One year? I did send you one.
Oh, okay.
Try some of that.
There was a game sent from Juan here.
So I just typed in some random stuff to test the functionality.
I will try to load up this challenge I sent to Juan. Just one second. Yeah. Alright, so let's just go to that. So that's basically the basic gameplay. So in the future, I think one other thing that I will try to do is instead of just having the picture text format for the concepts, we could have videos, songs, or other sort of user interactive contents that people can create. It would help users come up with more creative concept pairs. And then adding gamification features to make it more fun and interesting. And also social gaming, allowing users to find friends through Facebook and stuff like that. So that's the end of the presentation.
Do we still have time to?
Sure, you got 13 seconds.
Oh, all right.
So I'm going to send to Sina.
Hold on, let me.
Send it to me.
Okay, so
So
I
I'm
got
waiting for Sina here.
the game.
Yeah.
So human,
Yeah.
is that what you take?
Yeah.
So I can take guesses, not get it right. And if I can't understand what he did, I can ask for help, which sends it back to him. So if he refreshes his page, he'll see game from Sina.
Help request from Sina.
Yeah.
From Sina, and he
I
can come up
say-
with something else.
I just give you the answer.
No, it doesn't work.
No,
It doesn't
no.
include any of these words.
I'll just say that.
Okay, sure.
There's a way to cheat around this
Refresh.
game.
Now I've gotten his other help. Yes, what's the answer?
Internet.
And then it updates the score to.
Yeah, and then on this side, he refreshes his screen. You see the scores getting updated as well.
So it's
And that game moves to the review section.
Yeah.
So he can see the text from Sina.
Just in that last example, the clues were G, D, and F, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was going to do.
They were just randomly.
So we set it so that you can have 5 clues and 5 guesses.
That's fine. One more thing. I have a quick question. Have you played this game? Is it fun?
Yeah, we played it last night.
Was pretty good actually.
It's a little challenging. I find that if you just give it two pairs to render to users. It's pretty hard depending on the concepts that are given. So I think it's very ideal to have the user sort of pick the concept they think it's appropriate. So I could pick like a magazine and a book, and they're pretty similar. Then it's easier for the users.
I think playing it, you learn more about how to make it. That's great. Let's move on to the last one.